Valmiki Ramayana, Ayodhya Kanda, Book number 2, Sarga 92, Roman numerals XCII 92, Bharat's farewell. So Bharat, with his army spent the watches of the night content, and gladly with the morning's light drew near his host the anchorite. When Bharadvaja saw him stand, with hand in reverence joined to hand, when fires of worship had been fed, he looked upon the prince and said, O blameless son, I pray thee tell, did the past night content thee well? Say if the feast my care supplied, thy host of followers gratified. His hands he joined, his head he bent, and spoke in answer reverent. To the most high and radiant sage, who issued from his hermitage, well have I passed the night, thy feast gave joy to every man and beast, and I, great lord, and every peer were satisfied with sumptuous cheer. Thy banquet has delighted all, from highest chief to meanest thrall, and rich attire and drink and meat banished the thought of toil and heat. And now, O hermit, good and great, a boon of thee I supplicate. To Rama's side my steps I bend, do thou with friendly eye command. O tell me how to guide my feet to virtuous Rama's lone retreat. Grey hermit, I entreat thee, say, how far from here, and which the way? Thus, by fraternal love inspired, the chieftain of the saint inquired. Then thus replied the glorious seer of matchless might, of vows austere. Ere the 4th league from here be passed, amid a forest wild and vast, stands Chitrakutta's mountain tall, lovely with wood and waterfall. North of the mountain thou wilt see the beauteous stream Mandakini, where swarm the waterfall below, and gay trees on the margin grow. Then will a leafy cut between the river and the hill be seen. 'Tis Rama's, and the princely pair of brothers live for certain there. Hence to the south thine army lead, and then more southward still proceed. So shalt thou find his lone retreat, and there the son of Raghu meet. Soon as the ordered march they knew, the widows of the monarch flew, leaving their cars most meet to ride, and flocked to Bharadvaja's side. There with the good Sumitra queen, Kaushalya sad and worn was seen, caressing still with sorrow faint the feet of that illustrious saint. Kaikeyi too, her longings crossed, reproached of all her abject lost, before the famous hermit came, and clasped his feet overwhelmed with shame. With circling steps she humbly went around the saint preeminent, and stood not far from Bharat's side, with heart oppressed and heavy-eyed. Then the great seer, who never broke one holy vow, to Bharat spoke. Speak, Raghu's son, I fain would learn the story of each queen in turn. Obedient to the high request, by Bharadvaja thus addressed, his reverent hands together laid, he, skilled in speech, his answer made. She whom, O saint, thou seest here, a goddess in her form appear, was the chief consort of the king, now worn with fast and sorrowing. As Aditi in days of yore, the all-preserving Vishnu bore. Kaushalya bore with happy fate Lord Rama of the Lion's Gate. She who, transfixed with torturing pangs, on her left arm so fondly hangs, as when her withering leaves decay, droops by the wood the cassia spray. Sumitra, pained with woe, is she, the consort second of the three. The princely sons the lady bare, fair as the gods in heaven are fair, and she, the wicked dame through whom my brothers' lives are wrapped in gloom, and mourning for his offspring dear, the king has sought his heavenly sphere. Proud, foolish-hearted, swift to ire, self-fancied darling of my sire, Kaikeyi, most ambitious queen, unlovely with her lovely mien. My mother she, whose impious will is ever bent on deeds of ill, in whom the root and spring I see of all this woe which crushes me. Quick breathing like a furious snake, with tears and sobs the hero spake, with reddened eyes aglow with rage, and Bharadvaja, mighty sage, supreme in wisdom calm and grave, in words like these good counsel gave. O Bharat, hear the words I say, on her the fault thou must not lay, for many a blessing yet will spring from banished Rama's wandering. And Bharat with that promise cheered, when circling round that saint revered. He humbly bade farewell and then gave orders to collect his men. Prompt at this summons thousands flew to cars which noble coursers drew, bright gleaming, glorious to behold, adorned with wealth of burnished gold. Then female elephants and male, gold-girthed with flags that wooed the gale, marched with their bright bells' tinkling chime, like clouds when ends the summer time. Some cars were huge and some were light, for heavy draught or rapid flight, of costly price, of every kind, with clouds of infantry behind. The dames Kaushalya at their head were in the noblest chariots led, and every gentle bosom beat with hope the banished prince to meet. The royal Bharat, glory crowned, with all his retinue around, borne in a beauteous litter rode, like the young moon and sun that glowed. The army, as it streamed along, cars, elephants, in endless throng, showed marching on its southward way, like autumn clouds in long array. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Footnotes. 201. The poet does not tell us what these lakes contained, as if he needs to tell you. Who the fuck are you? Huh. The poet does not tell us. He's supposed to tell you. He already told you so many things. Anyway, that's just mind-boggling translation by Sir Mr. Ralph Griffith from Sanskrit to beautiful 18th century British. Absolute architecture of the words. Colossal, monumental, megalithic word architecture. Wow. I don't know about you, but when I was reading this, I was right there. I could see the whole beautiful scenery and pictures. Wow. So basically what we are having here, after the night, the last night was big feast. Everybody enjoyed, and now this is a new day, new morning. Prince Bharat approached sage Bharadwaja and asked him where Rama is, and Bharadwaja is telling him how to find him. Beautiful description how to find him, where Rama, Lakshmana and Sita are. And then Bharadwaja, saint, hermit, yogi, he is asking Prince Bharat, who are these three dames with you? Those three queens. And Bharat explains that these are three main queens of Dasharatha: Kaushalya, Sumitri and Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi is the youngest and the most ambitious. And it looked like as if Bharat was very ashamed to be her son. He was ashamed of her being his mom. But then Bharadwaja said something really, really, really special. Bharadwaja said something really, really special. He said to Bharat, do not condemn her. Because of her, we are having Ramayana. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. Everybody was satisfied with the great feast. A celestial, it was a celestial feast, not just some feast. All the demigods, or many demigods, were called to assist in preparing that feast for Bharat's army. Jai Shri Ramayana, Roma Victa, eternal Rome, eternal Rama. Hail Ram, Jai Shri Ram. Ciao.